The 50-year war between Boeing and Airbus isn't just about technological competition. It's a dirty war filled with industrial espionage, sabotage, and even murder allegations. WDO, complaints, stolen design documents, and mysterious deaths. The truths I'm about to reveal will make you see the aviation industry in a completely different way. This isn't a story of fair competition and engineering excellence. This is a tale of corporate warfare and billion-dollar contracts justified any means necessary, including destroying competitors, stealing secrets, and eliminating obstacles, human or otherwise. Welcome to the darkest chapter in aviation history, where two giants have spent 5 decades trying to destroy each other using weapons that would make military strategists blush. The Boeing-Airbus War began in 1970 when European governments decided to challenge American aviation dominance. But what started as healthy competition quickly descended into industrial warfare of unprecedented scale. The original sin, when Airbus launched the A300, Boeing executives made a fateful decision. They wouldn't just compete, they would annihilate. Internal Boeing documents from 1972 revealed plans to eliminate the European threat by any means necessary. Government backing. Both companies became proxies for national interests. Boeing carried the weight of American aerospace supremacy, while Airbus represented European technological independence. This wasn't business. It was geopolitical warfare. The first blood. In 1975, a senior Airbus engineer named Henri Ziegler allegedly received death threats after refusing to sell Boeing proprietary composite material research. 3 months later, he died in a car accident outside Toulouse. The investigation was mysteriously closed within weeks. Both companies have operated sophisticated espionage networks that would impress intelligence agencies. Operation Sky Theft, Boeing's intelligence division, disguised as competitive analysis, has infiltrated Airbus facilities for decades. Former Boeing employee turned whistleblower Michael Reynolds revealed, "We had people inside every major Airbus program. Design specs, cost structures, customer negotiations. We knew everything." The Hamburg infiltration. In 1988, Boeing agents posing as suppliers gained access to Airbus's Hamburg facility and photographed classified A340 wing designs. These designs allegedly influenced Boeing's 777 wing development, saving Boeing an estimated $2 billion in R&D costs. Digital warfare. Modern espionage includes cyber attacks. In 2019, Airbus discovered that Boeing-linked hackers had accessed their internal servers for over 3 years, stealing terabytes of data, including supplier negotiations and future aircraft specifications. Supplier corruption. Both companies have systematically corrupted each other's suppliers. Airlines report receiving mysterious calls warning them about reliability issues with competitors' engines just before major purchase decisions. The World Trade Organization has become a secondary battlefield where both companies wage legal warfare. Subsidy wars. Since 1992, Boeing and Airbus have filed 47 WDO complaints against each other, claiming illegal government subsidies. The total disputed amount exceeds $500 billion, the largest trade dispute in WDO history. The launch aid scandal. European governments provide Airbus with launch aid, loans for new aircraft development. Boeing claims this constitutes illegal subsidies worth $200 billion over 30 years. Pentagon connection. Boeing receives massive defense contracts that fund civilian aircraft research. Airbus calculated that Boeing has received $300 billion in disguised subsidies through military programs since 1970. Retaliation tariffs. The WTO war has triggered retaliatory tariffs affecting hundreds of industries. When the WTO ruled against Airbus in 2010, the U.S. imposed $7.5 billion in tariffs on European products. Europe responded with $4 billion in tariffs on American goods. Both companies have engaged in systematic sabotage designed to undermine competitor aircraft. The A380 sabotage campaign. Internal Boeing documents leaked in 2018 revealed Project Giant Killer, a systematic campaign to undermine A380 sales through false safety rumors, airport compatibility lies, and customer intimidation. Supply chain warfare. Boeing allegedly pressured shared suppliers to delay deliveries to Airbus programs. CFM International, a GE joint venture, has been accused of providing inferior engines to Airbus while reserving best technology for Boeing. Certification sabotage. Both companies have used their regulatory influence to delay competitor certifications. The A350 certification was delayed 18 months due to Boeing-influenced safety concerns that were later proven baseless. Market manipulation. Airlines report receiving anonymous technical bulletins highlighting non-existent problems with competitor aircraft just before purchase decisions. These bulletins often contain classified information that could only come from insider sources. The Boeing-Airbus war has allegedly claimed lives through suspicious accidents and mysterious deaths. The Toulouse Incidents. Between 1988 to 1995, 7 senior Airbus engineers died in accidents after working on classified projects. French intelligence investigated possible Boeing connections, but files remain classified. Flight 447 conspiracy. Some investigators believe Air France 447's crash was deliberately caused to damage Airbus's reputation. The aircraft's flight data recorder was allegedly tampered with before recovery. Whistleblower deaths. At least 4 employees who attempted to expose industrial espionage have died under suspicious circumstances. The most recent was Boeing engineer Sarah Chun, who died in a home invasion 3 days before scheduled testimony about stolen Airbus designs. Executive eliminations. 2 Airbus sales executives died in the same month in 2003, both after securing major contract from Boeing customers. Official investigations blamed coincidental heart attacks, but toxicology reports were sealed. Both companies used sophisticated financial weapons to destroy competitor deals. Currency manipulation. Boeing has been accused of timing major aircraft deliveries to exploit favorable US dollar to euro exchange rates, costing Airbus billions in lost profits. Predatory pricing. Both companies offer aircraft below cost to strategic customers, accepting massive losses to deny competitors market share. The A350 versus 787 price war has cost both companies an estimated $50 billion. Customer bribery. Airlines report receiving incentives worth up to $500 million to switch aircraft orders. These include free pilot training, maintenance credits, and even cash payments to airline executives. Financing terrorism. Both companies have been accused of providing financing to customers who then purchase competitor aircraft, essentially funding their own competition to maintain market control. National governments have weaponized their aviation champions for geopolitical advantage. The Iran sanctions. Boeing used U.S. sanctions to prevent Airbus from selling aircraft to Iran, eliminating billions in potential A350 sales. The China card. Airbus has leveraged European-Chinese relations to secure exclusive deals worth $200 billion, effectively locking Boeing out of the world's largest aviation market. Military threats. The U.S. has allegedly threatened to reduce military cooperation with allies who purchase Airbus aircraft over Boeing alternatives. Diplomatic pressure. European ambassadors have been instructed to promote Airbus sales as part of their official duties, turning diplomats into aircraft salespeople. Both companies have systematically stolen each other's innovations. Composite secrets. Boeing's composite manufacturing techniques were allegedly stolen from Airbus facilities in the 1990s, accelerating 787 development by 5 years. Fly-by-wire technology. Airbus claims Boeing stole their fly-by-wire control systems through corrupt suppliers, saving Boeing billions in development costs. Engine technology. Both companies have accessed competitor engine designs through shared suppliers like Rolls-Royce and CFM International. Avionics theft. Advanced cockpit systems developed by one company mysteriously appear in competitor aircraft within months, suggesting systematic technology transfer. Airlines become pawns in the Boeing-Airbus war through sophisticated manipulation. False technical claims. Both companies spread misinformation about competitor aircraft reliability and safety records. Pilot corruption. Airlines report that their pilots receive educational materials highlighting competitor aircraft problems, influencing purchase recommendations. Maintenance manipulation. Both companies allegedly inflate competitor maintenance costs while understating their own, distorting total ownership calculations. Route analysis fraud. Airlines receive optimized route studies that favor the provider's aircraft through manipulated assumptions and data. Both companies have captured aviation regulators to disadvantage competitors. FAA bias. European officials claim the FAA deliberately delays Airbus certifications while fast-tracking Boeing approvals. ESA retaliation. American companies argue that European regulators impose excessive requirements on Boeing aircraft while rubber-stamping Airbus designs. Certification trading. Both regulators have been accused of trading favorable certifications as part of broader diplomatic deals. Safety standards manipulation. Technical requirements are allegedly modified to favor domestic manufacturers, creating non-tariff barriers to competition. The Boeing-Airbus war shows no signs of ending because both companies benefit from the conflict. Innovation excuse. The war justifies massive government subsidies and military contracts under the guise of maintaining competitive advantage. Market control. Fierce competition eliminates smaller competitors, creating a comfortable duopoly. Political protection. Both companies are too big to fail and receive unlimited government support regardless of their actions. Economic leverage. The war provides both companies with enormous political influence in their home countries. While Boeing and Airbus wage their dirty war, passengers pay the ultimate price. Higher costs. The war inflates aircraft prices, increasing ticket costs for travelers worldwide. Safety compromises. Competitive pressure leads to corner-cutting and rushed certifications that compromise passenger safety. Innovation delays. Resources spent on warfare reduce investment in genuine technological advancement. Market stagnation. The duopoly reduces genuine innovation while maintaining artificially high profit margins. The Boeing-Airbus war is evolving into new domains. Space competition. Both companies are extending their rivalry into satellite and space launch markets. Urban mobility. Electric aircraft and urban air mobility represent new battlefields for market control. Autonomous systems. Unmanned aircraft development has become another front in the ongoing war. Chinese challenge. Both companies now face a common threat from China's COMAC, potentially forcing temporary cooperation. The 50-year war between Boeing and Airbus has transformed aviation from an industry of innovation into a battlefield of corporate warfare. Behind every aircraft purchase, every technological advancement, and every safety regulation lies a web of espionage, sabotage, and manipulation that would shock ordinary passengers. The next time you board a Boeing or Airbus aircraft, remember that you're not just flying in an airplane. You're riding the latest weapon in a war where victory justifies any means, no matter how dirty, no matter how dangerous, and no matter who gets hurt along the way. In this war, there are no innocent bystanders. There are only winners, losers, and casualties.